Hey, I'm Jesse Hunt with Unofficial. We're a web design and digital marketing agency located in downtown Memphis. Since 2002, I've been helping Mid-South businesses just like yours improve their websites and find more customers on the internet. Today, I'm going to perform a video website audit on your website that'll show you some areas for improvement that might be hurting your business. The entire audit will take 15 to 20 minutes and should leave you substantially more informed about what's working and what's not working so well on your website. I hope you'll find the audit informative and that you'll keep me in mind if you ever need some help working on your existing website or building a new one. Thanks a lot for watching. Let's get started.
All right, Alicia, so here we are on the homepage of your website. As you can see, we're at www.awashingtonlawfirm.com/home.html. So we're on your homepage, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a couple minutes, I'm going to click through all the pages on your website, or at least some of the pages on your website. I'm going to talk about what I'm seeing on the website, what's good, what's not so good. From there, we'll look at some things that Google tells us about your website. We'll look at a few search engine results and see how you're doing in the search engine rankings. And then we'll come back to your website and use a couple tools that I've got on my computer here to get a better understanding of what's happening behind the scenes on your site. So yeah, when I land on your website, I gotta say, I think the website looks pretty nice. I like the boards here in the background. That's unique for a lawyer. You don't see that too often in the law firm business. So I think that's pretty cool. I like the pictures that you've got rotating here. Love that it's uniquely Memphis. That's good. Some of these pictures seem to have a pretty distinct filter on them, like this one looks kind of retro and then this one doesn't. I would say I would recommend adding the same filter to all these pictures just so they have kind of a consistent look. If you want to go with that kind of retro, like yellowed out, I don't know, 70s, 80s picture kind of look, all you got to do is apply the same filter to all the pictures and it would make them all look more consistent. But that's nitpicky. That won't affect you in the search engine rankings and probably won't even affect whether or not your phone rings from it. Just purely aesthetic there. Other thing I noticed, I see you've got your your phone number up here in the header. I think that's great. Love seeing a phone number in the header. So good job there. As I scroll down, the only text you have on the website is this text right in here, and I think that's a pretty big problem. Google doesn't really understand pictures very well. Google understands text, and if you want to rank well in the search engines, you got to give Google more text. So I definitely think that I think your website's good all the way to right here, but then I think there needs to be more down below this area right here with just some longer text that talks about, I don't know, company history or the type of work that you do, or maybe a little bit of all of that, your experience, expertise, whatever. I would say we should be shooting for 500 words of text at least on your homepage if search engine rankings are something that matter to you. So definitely recommend more text. I like that you've got the social sharing things over here. I clicked on some of these earlier, and you click on Facebook and it takes you to a page where you can share this website on Facebook, so that's cool. I did notice when I came over here, though, in the footer, you've got a YouTube logo, a Facebook, Google+, RSS, and Twitter, but when I try to click on them, they don't do anything. These aren't actually links. My recommendation would be make those actually link up to social media pages, because social media is important. It helps you in your search engine rankings. It helps you on social media. They're just important. But if you're not going to actually link over to your social pages, then at least get rid of the buttons, because they kind of detract from the website if they're broken. I noticed your copyright's 2014, so I'm guessing your website's a couple years old. You might consider updating that. The other thing I noticed, a couple little critiques here on the homepage. You definitely want to add your address to the homepage. You want your business name, your address, and your phone number. There's an acronym in my business. It's NAP, N-A-P. It stands for name, address, and phone number. Name, address, and phone number, you'll hear me talk about it some more during this audit. It's incredibly important to Google. They want to see that you've got very consistent NAP on your website, on your Google local listing, and then on all the other web pages around the internet. So Yellow Pages, Better Business Bureau, all the different websites that talk about you, they want to see that your NAP information, your name, address, and your phone number are perfectly consistent. So I would recommend adding that name, address, and phone number to the footer of every page of your website. That's a pretty easy fix and would be useful from a search engine standpoint. All right, so click here to About Us. I like this page. I like that you've got a picture of yourself here. The one thing I will say, I like that it's got more text. I guess my one critique is when I land on this page, my eyes don't exactly know where to go. You've got a lot of little bitty sections of text, and so when I'm here, I'm like, oh, what section do I look at first? And then there's also no real distinct call to action. Every one of these little headings feels like a call to action because they're bold and orange, and my eye goes there. But they don't do anything when you click on them. They're just headings, and then there's nowhere for me to click to actually go do something. So like if I was needing a child support lawyer, for example, and I was on this page and I read about you and I'm like, all right, cool, she can help me out. Now what do I do? There's nothing here to tell me what to do, right? It says, overwhelmed, get help. How do I get help? So you need some really distinct call to actions, and they need to be every bit as bold and bright as these orange headings are. In fact, I might even recommend changing the color of your headings and making your call to actions that orange color, because that orange catches your attention. Beyond that, both on your home page and this About Us page, I would really recommend adding a contact form to every page. A really simple contact form. It could be as simple as just the visitor's name, telephone number, and email address. Just enough information for you to be able to follow up with them. And you could put that, where it's down here, at the bottom whenever the page first loads or something like that. But make it super easy for people to get in touch with you, because when they're ready to get in touch, people are impatient on the internet. You don't want to make them search around. Make it like stupid simple for them to get in touch. All right, so now we go to services, and I like that you've got a list of all of your services here, but this page kind of falls flat after that. There's just not enough text here. I talked about earlier, Google likes a lot of text. I think you need 500 words on this page, which I know is a lot of text. I realize that. But it's important if you want to get more traffic to your website from Google. My other recommendation is these practice areas. I see you've got child support, juvenile delinquency, child custody, and visitation. Each of those, in my opinion, really deserve their own page, because each of those are a different service that somebody might be looking for. So if somebody's gone to Google, they're not just going to type in Memphis law firm, or they might, but that's pretty general, and it's not going to bring you a really good customer. So a really good client for you is probably going to type in something like Memphis child support attorney, or criminal lawyer in Memphis, Tennessee, or Memphis wrongful death attorney, that kind of thing. They're going to be specific because they know what their problem is. They know what pain they're needing to fix, and they're looking for somebody that can fix that problem. So by creating separate pages for each of your practice areas and putting a bunch of text on there that's very specific to that type of practice area, you're able to tell Google, hey, this page is all about child support attorneys in Memphis, Tennessee, or this page is all about wrongful death law in Memphis. And so it really increases the likelihood that we can make you show up in the search engine results. All right, contact us. Let's see what's happening there, and then we're going to move on. I'm not going to spend too much more time on the website here. I want to move on and look at what Google thinks about you. Yeah, I think this form's okay. Everything looks good here. You got your name, address, phone number. So yeah, everything's cool here. Let's move on. All right, so this is a tool that Google provides to web developers. This is called the mobile friendly test, and as you can see, I've already put your website address in here and scanned your website. Google wants to see that websites are mobile friendly. It's good for user experience, and Google wants to send people to websites that give a good user experience. As you can see, Google says, awesome, this page is mobile friendly. I'm going to leave it at that. You've got what Google's looking for on the mobile friendly front, so I see no point in talking too much about it. Let's move on. All right, next up here. I typed into Google, A. Washington Law Firm Memphis TN. Now, what I was really hoping to do is find a listing that was specific to your business. Usually, like, watch this. I'm going to open another tab, and I'm just going to type Unofficial Memphis, which is the name of my business. We're Unofficial, and we're in Memphis. And as you can see here, when I type in the business name like that, Google pulls this listing over here for us. This great big, it's got some pictures, it's got a map, it shows the outside of our business, like Google Street View, it shows reviews for the business here, it's got our address, phone number, our hours, all that good stuff. This is what I was hoping to find for your business. So I'm going to close this, go back over here. All right, so when I searched a Washington law firm, Memphis TN, we did not get that local result. Instead, Google gave us this, what we call a 3-pack. It's Google's map results, and it's got Claiborne Ferguson Law Firm, Robert M. Brannon, and Holton Law Firm, but you didn't show up in this local result at all. What that tells me is you probably don't have a local listing set up with Google. That's holding you back. If you don't have a local listing, you will never, ever show up in this map result right here. So if you want some help setting up that listing and optimizing it, it's real easy to set up the listing. It's pretty easy to claim the listing with Google and get that set up, but getting it really finely tuned and optimized and really making your website like knock it out of the park and show up here all the time whenever people search different keywords, that requires some expertise. So if you need some help with that, I would absolutely love to talk to you about it. Now down here below that, Google shows your Yellow Pages listing. They never even show your website though. I mean, you've got there's something going on here. I think there's a problem that's holding you back here. We need to do a little more digging and figure out why you're not showing up at all in this search result. I mean, heck, I searched the name of your business. You should be showing up there. That's a no-brainer. All right, I'm going to close this. Next one here, I searched Alicia Washington Law Firm, Memphis TN, and Google served a local result over here this time. Unfortunately, it looks like it's one of your competitors, Alicia A. Howard Law Office over on Union Avenue. So, yeah, I think that's a problem. We need to get you set up with a local listing, get it optimized, and make sure that your competitors aren't stealing your business. When, I mean, it's not really stealing; they're just taking what Google gives them. But ultimately, you're potentially losing business here to people that are searching for you by name, that they're going to your competitors instead. So that's a pretty huge problem. If we look through here, again, Yellow Pages, LinkedIn, Alicia Howard Law. Here's your website on, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, you're number 5, and it sends them to your disclaimer page. It doesn't send them to your home page, it's your disclaimer page. So I definitely think there's some stuff that needs to be fixed here in order to improve your search engine rankings. It makes me wonder, like, have you hired a SEO company in the past that did some stuff that was shady and got you penalized, or I would have to do substantially more digging to figure out why you're not showing up better here, but I can help with that. If that's something you want to talk about, I can dig into this and figure out what's going on that's holding you back, but I think you're losing business here. I did a few more searches. We'll run through them real quick. I think we've seen so far that you're not ranking too well on the search engines. But here I searched Memphis child support lawyers. That seemed like a keyword that people might search for if they were looking for somebody that does what you do. You're not showing up in the local result. As we scroll down, not showing up down here in these listings either. Nope, not at all. So we'll close that. Next here, wrongful death attorney, Memphis TN is the keyword, not showing up here. We scroll down here through all of these, and you're not showing up at all on the first page there either. Next, I did Memphis criminal lawyer. Again, not in the local results. Scroll down through the organic results down here, and once again, not showing up at all there. So these are keywords that are absolutely beyond a shadow of a doubt being searched on all the time. These are keywords that people would use if they were looking for people that do what you do. And so if you're looking to grow your practice and gain new business by way of the internet, fixing your search engine rankings it should be priority number 1, I think. So all right, let's go back to your home page real quick and look at a couple things here that I've got installed on my computer, and then I'll wrap this up for you. All right, so we're on your home page. I've got this little utility right here. This is called the Google Tag Assistant, and basically it scans your website and looks for Google tags within the code of your website. As you can see, it shows 0 tags on your website. I was really specifically hoping to find a Google tag called Google Analytics. Evidently, you don't have that installed on your website, which is unfortunate. Google Analytics tracks the visitors that come to your website, and then it tells you information like how many people came to the website, how long did they stay on your website, what pages did they look at while they were there, how did they get to you in the first place? Did they come from Google? Did they come from Facebook? Did they come from the Better Business Bureau? Did they come from some legal website? It helps you to understand how people behave on your website. It helps you to understand how your website's performing as a marketing tool and how it's doing at generating a return on investment for your business. So Google Analytics is free software. I would absolutely recommend that you install it and that you pay attention to it because it's good data and it really will give you a deeper understanding of how your website's doing for your business. All right, one more tool I've got installed here on my browser. I've already run it on your website. This is called SEO Quake, and this is a page SEO audit. It scans your website real quick and just gives me a super fast rundown on how your website's doing from a search engine optimization standpoint. It looks like I did this on your services page. Hang on, I'm going to go back and do it on your homepage real quick because I really care more about the homepage than the services page at this point. All right, so here it is on your homepage. All right, so the first thing I look at here is the title tag. The title tag's too long. Your title tag appears right up here. So when you're on your website, up here in this tab at the top of the page, this is where your title tag appears. It also shows up in Google search results at the top of your listing. All right, so your homepage is personal injury lawyer, wrongful death, a Washington law firm, PLLC, Memphis, TN. It's okay. It's not great. It should really be more like personal injury lawyer, a Washington law firm, PLLC. And then you want to have a different title tag on every page using a different keyword on every page that's relevant to the content of that page. So the title tag is real important to ranking in the search engines. Next up, meta description. You don't have any at all. So a meta description is that description that shows up below your listing in Google. If somebody searches and it pops up and it shows like the name of your business and then the website address and there's some text that describes the page, that comes from the meta description. You don't have one, so Google can't display a meta description there. So Google's just going to grab some random text off of your website, which is a bad thing because a meta description allows you to give really compelling text that tells why people should choose you or should click on your website instead of your competition's website. So you definitely need to add meta descriptions. Headings are real important for search engine optimization. We want to see your keywords there as well. Now, headings are going to be like probably like this right here. Get expert legal advice might be a heading. This you deserve respect might be a heading. All that orange text that we talked about earlier on your About Us page, those are probably headings. So here we are. You've got get expert legal advice, a Washington law firm, comprehensive legal support, you deserve respect, and experience you can trust. None of your keywords are here. We need to incorporate your keywords into your heading tags, which will increase the likelihood that you show up for those keywords in the search engines. You got an error here. Images without alt text. Basically, alt text tells Google what your images are all about so that Google better understands those images, and it's basically like putting more text on the website, only at a place where only Google can see it. Text to HTML ratio. You just don't have enough text on the website. I've already talked about that, so definitely need to increase the amount of text. Let's see, as we scroll down through here, pretty much everything else looks good. Google Analytics, I talked about you needing to add that. And then micro formats. Your website doesn't use micro formats. Basically, micro formats tell Google, it helps Google to find your business name, your address, and your phone number on your website. So when you use micro formats, it tells Google, hey, look right here in the footer. This information right here is my business name, my address, and my phone number. So should probably add that. Long story short, Alicia, I think there's a lot that could be done. Your website looks pretty good, but from a search engine standpoint, it's just not doing very well. So I definitely think I can help you there. I've been helping businesses since 2002 to conquer the local search engine results, and I could put together a plan that works for you if that's something that you're interested in talking about. So I would love to have a chance to talk with you. I hope this has been informative. I hope that you learned some stuff here and this has been valuable. My goal is to earn your trust, to be a resource for you, and ultimately to become your go-to website designer and internet marketing pro. So thanks for taking the time to watch. I'm going to package this video up and shoot it over to you here in just a few minutes. And give me a call. Let's chat about this. If I've talked about some stuff that resonated with you here and you think I've got some good ideas, then let's talk about how I can help. My cell phone number, it's 901-491-6490. That's 901 491-6490. And I'll shoot this over to you in a few minutes, and if I haven't heard from you in a few days, I'll follow up just to make sure that you got my email, see if you had any questions. But please don't hesitate to give me a call before then, 901-491-6490. Thanks a lot, Alicia. I look forward to talking to you real soon. Bye-bye.